Hey, ladies and gentlemen, and boys and girls, no, I'm including everybody. This is the mailman of the Coon Prairie Ramblers, and we are here in the house, circled up and ready to confabulate. And along to help us talk about them things that we're going to confabulate with, we got KC and the Moonshine Gang.
I'm here, but this chair beside me that normally houses
Where'd Luke go?
Luke, the rebel without a clue,
He's
not
clueless.
shown up. We don't even know where he is.
Well, we do know he went to Jacksonville.
No,
right?
we don't. We don't
know
where
that?
he's at. No.
Oh, you said you put that in my head that he went to Jacksonville.
We know he's not here.
Okay, he's not here.
I guess it's okay to say where he's at because by the time people hear this, it'll be in arrears.
Oh, that way they won't go.
They won't go rob his house.
Rob his house. Well, the dog is there.
Oh, okay.
And I think and the cat and the bird. But anyway, we're here and we're ready to rip and roar, tear it up.
Something like that.
Yeah. And we was talking about on the way over here in the little caboose that I drive about cramming things into the last minute.
Which I took you to say
You took
waiting
it wrong.
on the 11th hour.
Yeah.
Which I guess is basically the same thing, just in worded differently.
Now, when you say waiting till the 11th hour, I take that as a spiritual thing, but it may have a secular meaning.
It does. It does. It's like if you've got
Elucidate.
If you have a assignment to do,
Yeah.
and you wait till 30 minutes before it's due,
Yeah.
then you have waited to the 11:30 hour.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, okay. So cramming things into the last minute. Now, I'm guilty and I'm not guilty of that. It's selective.
I am too. Let me give you one of mine examples.
All right.
I was not getting ready for church yesterday morning. I was just sitting around relaxing.
And the time and the hour, the minute hand was just sweeping
And Kathy
right
said, "Aren't you going to get ready for church?"
around.
I said, "Yes, when the time is right."
Yeah.
And I had plenty of time.
Yeah.
It doesn't take me long.
Oh,
I mean, I can boom, boom, boom. I'm ready
Yeah.
to go out the door.
Put your hat on, put your boots on, and go.
Well, I dressed a little better than that. Yeah.
Okay.
So anyhow, she's one of these people that wants to be dressed and ready to walk out the door 30 minutes before it's time to walk out the door. I don't.
Yeah.
I like to be fresh and ready to rip
I like
and
to
rip.
lay in the bed and wait because it takes my wife a couple hours to put her makeup on. So I'll lay there in bed and talk to her while she's putting makeup on. And then she'll look around. She says, "Aren't you going to get ready?" I says, "Like you did."
Yeah.
It's not time. Because I can throw it all on within less than a minute. I can put it all on in a minute. Even if I wear a tie.
I'm not quite that fast.
Even if I wear a bow tie. I'm wearing bow ties now.
Are you hand tying them yourself?
No. I can't do that. I don't know. How to do
Okay.
that. I can tie a tie, but I don't know anything about it. I have two bow ties now in my closet. And I kind of like them.
Now, in the spiritual realm of waiting to the 11th hour, what would that amount to?
That's what back when I was a little teenager. No, when I was a young
Little
20.
boy.
Yeah, I was going to say little. But my daddy died. He died in a house fire. And I remember my mom and my sister saying, "Oh, he waited till the last hour." And I'm saying, "What are you talking about?" They said, "Well, he got saved in the last hour. He came to Jesus." And I said, "In the last hour?" So at his funeral, I had a conversation with him. It was a monologue. He didn't talk back to me, but I was talking to him. And I said, Mom and Jean said, you got saved at the last hour. I'm not sure what that means, but frankly, it looks like you just escaped the flames of hell because he died in a house fire and he was soot covered. And the funeral director came up to me while I was standing there talking to him. Well, he waited till there was a little pause in the conversation. And then the funeral director stepped in. He says, "We're sorry, Mr. Jackson, that we couldn't, that he looks the way he does." And I'm thinking, what do you mean look the way he does? That's how Bud Jackson looks. Because Bud Jackson was a mechanic.
So he was always a little sooty.
He was a little sooty, and his hands were always, had the deep, that deep down in crevice black stuff, on his hands. I said, that's kind of how he looks. They said, well, he was sooty. That's as well as clean as we could get him. We scrubbed him good, but that's as clean as we could get him. But anyway, talking about the 11th hour. So I thought that was kind of cool. I said, well, Dad, it looks like you just barely escaped the flames of hell. You kind of, because he was kind of soiled.
Were kind of more or less working it out in your own mind.
Yeah, at that point. Yeah, but back to cramming things into the last minute. Now, my wife, that's what my wife does. In fact, that's why.
Oh, I thought you said she was opposite.
No. She is always cramming it into the last minute.
Unless it's getting dressed.
I think what it is, there's a certain enzyme that's missing in her chemical makeup that makes her late. That, we're supposed to, like church. Church starts at the top of the hour. Well, we walk in. I mean, if I'm with her, we walk in 30 seconds after the top of the hour. Everything's getting started.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah. Well, see, I was always for 16 years. I was the song leader at our church, so I had to be there early. And what happened? We had to drive separately because.
Well, no way.
Yeah, it just wouldn't happen.
You were simpatico.
Yeah. So now, since I'm not the music director, I really don't care. Okay, we'll just walk in whenever. I ain't going to fight it. After 20-some years, I'm not going to fight it anymore.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to pick your battles.
Yeah.
Well, I like to be fashionably early, not fashionably late. I don't like to be the first person to arrive somewhere.
Yeah.
Like if you're invited to a party.
Right.
I'm not one of these people, if you're going to have a party and it starts at 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be there at 1 o'clock or 1:30.
Yeah.
There's going to be other people there and mingling before I get there.
What always happens to me is you arrive early, like too early, and they look at you. They give you a funny look, like,
yeah,
maybe I shouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Well,
I give that look. Yeah, and I've always told my wife that her mother, if you tell her we're going to have a dinner at 1 o'clock, she'll show up at 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
So I said, what we should do is always tell her, we're going to have dinner at 2 o'clock or something, and throw her off.
Yeah.
But that'd be the one time she'd show up on time.
Now, my wife, it seems like my wife, I think she does these mental gymnastic things where she's thinking, oh, I can do it. It's like a challenge. I can do it. But she can't do it. And she misjudges. I think, I've never really understood or been able to figure it out why it's like that. Because I've asked her, I says, do you intend to be late? No.
It could be something to do with the differences in the genders.
But what is
maybe
it?
Men?
Yeah, they're missing an enzyme, right?
Yeah.
There's a synapse.
Something's not firing.
Yeah. Yeah. Something ain't working. There's a drop, some kind of a syndrome there. Anyway, so yes. 1 minute. Oh,
you don't have to say that.
Oh, Casey's giving me the high
finger.
sign. We got 1 minute left.
I was giving you the finger.
Yeah, he's giving me, but it was the wrong finger. I couldn't figure that out. Well, actually, it was the right finger.
Yeah,
a fellowship.
Right, a finger of fellowship.
Yeah. But anyway,
the fickle finger of fellowship.
So I said at the beginning of the program, I'm both ways. But
You're bi.
It's selective.
You're bi.
Yeah.
And you selected to be that way.
Yeah. No. Well, bis do select, but anyway, some things I don't mind saving till the last minute, and then sometimes it's okay.
Well, that leads me to the fact that we got to hurry up and get on out of here and sell some advertisements. We'll be back in 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
Who's going to do that?